Gold Squad TV, what's good? What's good? So, the new regime in the WWE, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and Nick Khan. What do you guys think of their moves so far? It's been a couple weeks since Triple H took over creative, and let me tell you something. Probably the most compelling Raw. The last two Raws have been probably some of the most compelling Raws I've seen in Lord knows how long. You're talking about a guy that's been a WWE fan or wrestling fan just in general since 1988. So Raw hasn't really been interesting to me since the maybe mid 2000s. But seeing what I've been seeing the last couple weeks since Triple H has took over has been the stuff I'm seeing right now is making me compelled. I'm starting to feel like this is what I feel like I've been missing from WWE for a long time. I've been really predominantly AEW the last couple years. And I'll have a video about them later. But Karrion Kross, the return of Karrion Kross in Scarlet is a huge deal because I think Karrion Kross has world champion written all over him. Karrion Kross has world champion written all over him. And with Scarlet by his side, that dude is going to be a multiple time world champion. I think Triple H really knows that it's important to make not one star, to make multiple stars. Make stars and make every part of the show important from the very beginning to the very end. The low card versus the mid card to the high card need to be just as important. The Intercontinental Championship and the U.S. Championship need to be important again. Obviously, he's bringing back the women's tag belts. The women's belts need to be important again. There's a lot of things that need to be important again in that company. And he's making those things important. And I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Even SummerSlam, when he ran SummerSlam, and obviously Brock Lesnar came out with that big tractor thing that he ended up bending the ring over with. That match was insane, even though it was a very short match. It was insane. Roman Reigns has been the only thing worth watching on that company, along with the Bloodline, for a while until now. So now it's going to feel good knowing that, even though he's a part-timer at this point, the Bloodline now is going to feel like it's going to feel more even because you're going to have more people mean something again. We might even see the Street Profits mean something again. If not, both members of Street Profits having solo runs where they're a lot more important. You know what I mean? And you're going to start seeing tag team wrestling mean something again. You're going to see a lot of wrestling on WWE television. Sports entertainment shit is going to the wayside, and I think it's beautiful. I'm waiting to see what the Hell in a Cell is going to be, or what a Hell in a Cell match will be once, because to me that's important. That's their biggest match if you're going to talk based on cage matches, right? I want to see blood. I'm not saying you want to see big Foley-esque matches, per se. We're not going back to that. But I want to see blood in these matches, man. I do want to see some blood in these Hell in a Cell matches. I've been calling Hell in a Cell Heck in a Cell for the last 10 years because we haven't seen a Hell in a Cell match actually mean something. It's going to be interesting when Cody Rhodes comes back. It's going to be interesting when a lot of these other wrestlers, like, you got guys that are coming back that were NXT guys that Triple H prioritized. A guy like Ciampa, who's already on the main roster, is starting to look important again. Bobby Lashley's been important, and now he's going to look even more important having stronger competition for his opponents and stuff like that. What's going to happen to Theory? What's going to happen to Austin Theory, man? Like, what's going to happen to him? Because that was Vince's pet project. And he hasn't been on Raw or SmackDown the last week because, he lost his uncle. And shouts to Austin Theory, man. Like, my prayers go out to you. Losing a family member is never cool. But it's going to be interesting to see where he lands in the shuffle because he is the Money in the Bank guy right now, and nobody's really talking about him right now. Where is his character work going to develop? I tell you this, that segment he had with Roman Reigns, where Roman Reigns said, "Your daddy isn't here anymore," was actually pretty damn compelling. So, probably the most compelling stuff he's been in since this whole time, since he's been on the come up. I'm interested to see. I really want to see a lot of different things. I've already mentioned in the previous video Alexa Bliss's improvement in the ring, and then seeing her with Bianca Belair and Asuka, and obviously, you know, Bayley, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai. Not to mention when Sasha Banks and Naomi come back. Where are they gonna go? Are they gonna be a tag team? Are they gonna be the ones that hold the vacant tag team belts versus the interim? What exactly is gonna happen? I'm anxious to see the differences and all the different angles that Triple H decides to lay out for Raw and SmackDown. So it's going to be interesting. I'm loving the new regime. Vince is in the hot water right now with a lot of legal stuff, but I also think it was well past due time for him to step down. I think he had his run. It's time. I'm actually glad that he stepped down, because now pro wrestling's fun again. Not just WWE, but now you have AEW and Ring of Honor as one. And then you have WWE. And now you have, probably for the first time since the 90s, you're going to have a free agency period between companies of wrestlers going back and forth. That's going to make things so much more interesting and easy to deal with. You might even, I know this might seem kind of out the door right now, but we talk Forbidden Door stuff. You might even see Tony Khan and WWE work together at one point down the road. It might not happen. Obviously, they're competition, but Triple H is a guy that is for lack of a better word, he does what's best for business. I know that sounds like a gimmick, but he legitimately is a pro wrestling guy. He's not a sports entertainment guy. Although he made his career off of sports entertainment, Triple H is a pro wrestling guy, thick and thin. And I think that he's going to really make things interesting now that he's in charge. And also, with AEW being the way it is right now, I think it's great to see all companies thrive. I want to see all companies thrive. You know what I mean? This is best for the wrestling landscape. As a fan, screw this WWE fandom or AEW fandom. It's great to see pro wrestling look like pro wrestling again. You know what I mean? This is what we missed in the Monday Night Wars. A lot of y'all weren't even born during the Monday Night Wars. I was a teenager in the Monday Night Wars. I remember how interesting going back and forth to both programs was. So it's going to be real interesting to see how the landscape plays out. Gold Squad TV, leave a like, subscribe, let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of Triple H moves so far as the creative guy in charge right now? What do you guys think? Gold Squad TV.